Okay, so the last 2 days, last two nights, there have been GOP town halls, which last about 3 hours, I guess, and they had three candidates each on each night. Last night's was John Kasich, Jeb Bush, Donald Trump, and the first night was Ben Carson, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. So I honestly really liked the GOP town halls. I think the town hall format is way better than the debate format. Honestly, you get to see a lot more of the candidate. Honestly, I'm not even trying to say honestly. Obviously, there's always going to be an element of you don't know what's true about what they're saying, but it seems a lot more personal and genuine. You can tell how genuine they are at times. I did not see the Democratic town hall. I didn't even know it was a thing, but apparently it was on at the same time as the Republican one last night. I'm going to have to catch up on that, I guess. The Nevada primary is coming up for them. But since the South Carolina primary is coming up for the Republicans, that's where their venue was. And it's just a really cool format. You get the voters, they stand up and they're like, here's an undecided voter. He said he's leaning towards Jeb Bush, but he's considering you as well. Something like that. They'll say stuff like, he'll introduce, it was Anderson Cooper. He'd introduced him like that. Honestly, no lie, Marco Rubio, I thought he did amazingly in the GOP town hall, really well. Honestly, he might have just converted me to be a Marco fan. A Marco voter, if not for his social issues, which I just do not support at all. I'd still consider voting for him over Hillary, not over Bernie by any means. But over Hillary, I would consider it. I would like to see where the debate would go there, or if he'd be willing to make any compromise on social issues, because he's in the minority nationwide on social issues. Talking about going to turn back the same-sex marriage court case. No, and 60%, more than 60% of the country now support same-sex marriage. So it's most bizarre. Honestly, if Republicans had just reformed their social issues, which they're so outdated on, in comparison to the rest of the country, I think they'd have a really solid thing going. Honestly, because I know a lot of people respect their economic policies. I do too. I think Marco's got a really good economic plan, but the social issues, if they just bumped them up, they'd have a much better chance against Democrats. I'm not saying they don't have a chance, they still do, but that would make them even more solid in the general election. That's just my thoughts. So Marco Rubio, without a doubt, I think he won the town hall. He was really well spoken and actually came off as genuine for the first time in this campaign for me. That really resonated with me. It seemed like he was genuine when he was talking about just his family and his casual answers to these issues like college debt. He had a super solid answer when someone asked him about college debt. It was like he was prepared almost immediately for these questions. Didn't have any major gaffe like that last debate. So yeah, I'd say Marco Rubio did the best. John Kasich second. He seemed really genuine as well. In case you didn't notice, I really respect sincerity. That's why I love Bernie so much. Because there's really something special about a politician who you can tell actually cares. John Kasich is definitely one of those. He was doing really well. He's a lot more comfortable in this format than the debate format, of course. It's the whole confrontation thing isn't his game. And that's the same reason why Trump, I think, did worst or second worst in the town hall setting, is because he does a lot better, believe it or not, when he's attacking people. And you can't do that in the town hall, really. And he had a horrible answer. Someone asked him about, because he said that he thought George W. Bush was lying about to get us into the Iraq War. But the person asked that, they were like all gung-ho about Trump. They were like, they seemed to be into him, but then he asked that. He was like really offended that he said that about George W. Bush, but then he didn't really answer the question. And then Anderson Cooper tried to keep pressuring him, like actually giving him a chance to answer the question. Like, no, he didn't answer. And you could just tell the person asking the question was just kidding. He's like, no, not pleased with that answer at all. Because he was really hoping he would revoke the statement, actually. That was what he was trying to do, but he didn't do that. It was just really awkward. And yeah, Trump did fairly well, honestly. He's a little more personable than you'd think, but still not his format, not his venue at all. Ted Cruz, I did not see the entirety of. I only saw a little tiny piece of, to be honest. I had to go do something in the middle of it, and then had to miss that part. But yeah, the one thing he did say that I noticed was he had to be the odd one out who didn't believe that women should have to register for the draft, which is super bizarre, honestly. That's a super bizarre stance to take. All the other Republicans were like, yeah, if they're capable, put them in there. Of course, that makes sense. But he's like, no, our women... He essentially took this stance of, no, we have to value our women, kind of thing. Like the little princesses, almost. He didn't phrase it like that, of course. He said that he just thought it was bizarre. It was weird that people would put women into the draft, but if you want anyone who supports equal opportunity for women and men would also make that sacrifice as well, because men have to risk their lives. It makes sense. If they're capable, they could do that. But yeah, that was a bizarre answer. I didn't see anything else really from his. Jeb Bush was okay. He really wasn't keeping my attention, though. I was just kind of getting bored watching his. Ben Carson was pretty good. I couldn't tell if still can't tell if his laugh is real or not. It just seems, sometimes it seems like, oh man, he's having fun up there, but it also seems fake at times. But he did seem genuine for the most part. That was cool. Is that everybody? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, Marco Rubio did astoundingly well. Like I said, I consider voting for him against Hillary now, but yes, those social issues are going to make it difficult for me. If he can make some compromise on that, I'm willing to make some compromise on him. So, let me know what you think. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Follow me on Twitter